it's not like I hate you or anything. It's just a really hot guy asked me out. I'm sorry. I heard the rumors, you know. You're a CEO now, right, Toru? That's amazing.
People come in all shapes and sizes. It's easy to say that, but realizing it is actually one of life's hardest challenges. Because no matter how hard we try, at the end of the day, we are the center of our own worlds. Whatever, just move. Get out of my way. So the fact that this guy in front of me is making people move just so he can push his way through is probably just how Kyohei Kagami, a guy from the class next door, sees his self-centered world. But our own ways of thinking rarely apply to everyone else. That's why I believe it's inevitable that people clash. And... Huh? There's space right there. Just walk around me. Refusing to just quietly put up with this guy's unreasonable attitude is how things work in my world, the world of Toru Kita. Well, I might have dragged that out, but basically, I'm just picking up a fight he started.
Jeez, you're really going at it first thing in the morning.
It's not like I want to. He's the one who came at me.
Seriously, you could have just stepped aside, but you never backed down either. If humans had the skill to completely read and understand the people in front of them, all these constant clashes would probably just disappear.
Of course, my best friend Mikito Muranishi, who's always calming me down, must have his own way of seeing the world too. That was my edgy high school life. On the day of the school festival, in the sweltering heat, I was called out by my girlfriend. Sakuna Oitani was fidgeting and blushing right in front of me. We ended up in the same class in our second year, and she confessed to me. But in our third year, we were put in different classes, and the time we spent together visibly decreased. What is it? You wanted to talk?
Actually, I want to break up.
Why?
Oh, it's not like I hate you or anything. It's just a really hot guy asked me out. I'm sorry.
Do girls really think they can get away with anything just by apologizing with those puppy dog eyes? I might be generalizing a bit, but Sakuna is definitely that type. I've seen her act like this a few times before, so I figure that's just how she is. Well, that's how it is. Sorry about that, Kita. The one who threw those words out to cut the conversation short and stood up from his chair was Kyohei Kagami. Actually, she wasn't the only one waiting in the empty classroom she called me to. He was watching me get dumped with a smirk from inside the same room, so honestly, I had figured it out without even asking. But it's my nature to want to settle things properly and cut ties cleanly. I see, got it.
I'm so glad you understand.
For sure. You did a good job telling him, Sakuna. Good girl. Kagami always picks fights with me, but in front of girls, he plays the perfect gentleman. But guys can see right through his nasty personality, so he's actually pretty disliked by the guys. Well, he's probably just doing this to spite me. I was sure of it. Even if he puts on a good face for the girls, his true nature is exactly what the guys see. No, the girls probably realize he's a jerk too, but when a good-looking guy treats them well, they don't really mind in the end. After breaking up with Sakuna, I threw myself into studying for exams and successfully got into my top choice university. Then came graduation day. Sakuna called me out.
Toru, I'm sorry.
Huh? I know she's still dating Kagami, so what's this apology for? At those words, which made it sound like she was completely sure I still liked her, I replied. Just enjoy your fleeting happiness while it lasts. Have a nice life.
Huh?
Pasting a smile on my face, I said my final goodbye to this romance with a nastiness that rivaled Kagami's.
Whoa, that was brutal, Toru. You really have a nasty personality, you know that.
Shut up, I said. lightly shoving Muranishi beside me as I walked past Sakana, who was standing there frozen. And with that, Sakana's twitching face became my final memory of her. And so, the days passed by, meeting different people, getting involved with them, missing each other over and over.
Looking forward to working with you from now on, Toru.
You're such a weirdo, Muranishi. As my way of thinking changed, and I sometimes felt like I was remaking myself, the world I saw gradually changed too. You'd think that as I grew up, my bad mouth and slightly nasty personality would change. I don't deal with people who have no manners. But they didn't. If people could change that easily, life wouldn't be so hard. 7 years since high school graduation. I turned 25. My height hasn't changed since then, and neither have my sharp tongue and somewhat twisted personality.
You're as harsh as ever, Toru. I'm glad that part of you hasn't changed.
And Muranishi being right next to me hasn't changed either. We're now both in sales at the same company. You're glad I'm harsh? I've thought this for a while, but you're a bit of a masochist, aren't you?
Well, I can't deny it. Personally, I think you need to be a little masochistic for sales, right? It's tough work.
No, it's the opposite. You need to be a sadist to push people effectively.
That sounds like the opinion of a highly capable salesman. Makes sense, since you were our top seller last quarter.
Not to brag, but my sales numbers are good. If you ask me why, I don't really know. But I haven't had much trouble so far.
The other day, one of our seniors was crying because you beat his sales record, you know? He was saying, "That's exactly why I love Kita."
Being loved by some dude doesn't make me happy.
Hey, don't call our senior some dude.
No, I'm not. The senior literally told me to call him that. I'm pretty sure he's a huge masochist.
I suddenly feel an uncomfortable urge not to lose to him. Is there something wrong with me?
Bit late for that. You've always been weird. Huh? While I was chatting with Muranishi with our usual rhythm and vibe, the woman next to us suddenly burst out laughing. We were being loud, weren't we? Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry. I just couldn't hold it in. Please excuse me.
Sure. Are you okay? The woman, whom we had just met, finally stopped laughing and cleared her throat, looking embarrassed. Feeling somewhat responsible since we were the cause, we tried talking to her to calm her down, but seeing her burst into laughter every time I spoke, I realized something. I should just watch quietly. Her name is Emiri Fukuhara. Apparently, her problem is that she has an incredibly low threshold for laughing.
Still, you really laughed a lot, Emiri. If I laughed that much, I'd probably pull a muscle and stop breathing.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe either.
I was about to say, that's insane, but swallowed my words. It felt like she'd start laughing again if I did.
It really is so rude of me to just burst out laughing out of nowhere. Your conversation was just so funny, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. We know we were having a ridiculous conversation in a place like this.
It wasn't ridiculous at all. I actually thought your relationship was really nice. I felt like you two really trust each other. Like you can only talk like that because of the bond you share.
Ooh, you can tell? Toru's mouth isn't exactly cute, but I love that about him. I guess you'd call it having a good personality, but his actual personality is pretty nasty too.
I don't feel like I'm being complimented here. After that, we talked about a lot of things with Emiri joining in. Encounters are always so sudden and strange. Emiri, thanks for today.
Not at all. I'm honored you invited me.
More time passed, and before I knew it, half a year had come and gone since I first met Emiri. We'd both been busy, so it had been quite a while since we hung out in the city on a day off like this. How've you been?
Great! Everything's going well. Thanks to you, I've laughed so much I feel like I'm going to get a six-pack soon.
I wasn't asking about the state of your abs.
Right?
Even after half a year, she still laughs a lot. People like her must be born with a ticklish funny bone. That being said, if there's actually someone out there who got a six-pack just from laughing, I'd like to meet them. Emiri, you really do laugh a lot. Don't you get tired?
I do feel exhausted sometimes, but it's a pleasant kind of exhaustion.
A pleasant kind of exhaustion. That was a fascinating concept to me, since I rarely laugh out loud.
When I was a student, I couldn't stop laughing during classes or cram school, especially when I wasn't supposed to, and the teachers scolded me so many times.
I kinda get that. It's that weird phenomenon where you just can't hold in your laughter, specifically when you're not allowed to laugh.
Exactly! Well, the consequences got way worse after I entered the working world. If it happens during a meeting or in front of a client, it's a disaster. Whenever that happened, I'd just bury my face and force myself to stop laughing.
Just imagining all those situations sounds terrifying.
I've been through a lot because of this personality. Even guys who said they like girls who laugh a lot would get creeped out and say I laugh too much. I've been told to stop because my laugh is weird, or that I'm not girly because I wheeze when I laugh. Laughing sounds simple, but it's complicated. Even without meaning to, my laughing has hurt people's feelings before. I always reflect on it, but the laughter just bubbles up inside me so easily.
Even something that seems like a strength can become a weakness if it's too extreme. She must have faced her own personality seriously throughout her life.
But still, it's not all bad. You know the saying, fortune comes to a laughing gait. Because I couldn't help but laugh, I was able to meet you like this.
She was right. If she hadn't burst out laughing that day, we probably would have just walked past each other. Without ever exchanging a word or making a connection. It would have been an encounter so fleeting neither of us would remember it.
When I laugh until my sides hurt because I'm having a fun and hilarious time with someone important to me, the exhaustion afterward makes me feel truly happy. That's the pleasant exhaustion I meant. When I'm with you, the more I laugh, the better it feels.
Yeah, I feel good when I laugh too.
Huh.
Lately, I've been realizing just how much a person's laughter can unravel the tension in my heart. And the one who taught me that was none other than Emiri.
Sorry to keep you two waiting. Wait, huh? I'm getting the vibe that you two just had a really great time together.
Yeah, we met up earlier.
Isn't that totally unfair?
Right, the three of us promised to hang out today, but Emiri and I met up before that. We just got back from shopping. We're right on time for the meetup, so you have nothing to complain about, do you?
Well, yeah, but that's besides the point. It just feels, lonely, like I'm the only one left out.
What? So when you go on a date, you're going to bring me along too?
What? No, sorry about that.
Date? A date?
I thought I heard a steaming sound like someone evaporating next to me, but we were in front of the station. There are all kinds of noises here, so I didn't pay it any mind and started walking. When I suggested we get Muranishi's favorite food for dinner, he broke into a childlike smile, looking completely thrilled. And so, even more time passed. Gaining experience and changing how I approached my work, 3 years went by.
Looking forward to working with you from now on, Toru.
Looking forward to working with you from now on, Toru.
You two really are weirdos. As my way of thinking changed, and I sometimes felt like I was remaking myself, the world I saw gradually changed too. After building a solid track record as a salesman, I eventually started wanting to accomplish something on my own. I'm not really in the mood for this. Then, the summer I turned 30, an invitation to a high school reunion arrived, organized by who knows who.
Don't make such a depressed face, Toru.
But why now? We haven't had one of these in forever, have we?
Actually, the invitations have been coming every few years, but I know you've just been ignoring them.
Can you stop acting like you know me better than anyone else?
Come on, why not join this year? When I was the only one who went last time, everyone begged me to make sure I brought you next time.
Everyone sure has weird taste. According to Muranishi, our former classmates are eagerly waiting for me to join, so he's been nagging me day and night like this. I appreciate it, but there are people I don't want to see. Anyone who wants to see me can just contact me directly.
Don't be so cold, Toru. Just think about it. Now that everyone's working, it's actually really hard to meet the people you want to see. No one else gets to stick to you like glue like I do. Everyone holds back, even if they want to see you.
Isn't there a solid chance that you're the one getting in their way?
Hey, that's not true. Come on, please. Emiri, you ask him too.
Why not just go? You've been working nonstop anyway.
I guess I have no choice. I'll go this one time as a reward for your sales pitch.
Yes.
Muranishi was suddenly all fired up, saying, "Leave the bodyguard duties to me," and I let out a small, exasperated sigh. When she recommends it to me with a smile like that, I really can't say no. What pushed me to make that decision wasn't Muranishi's pitch, but Emiri's dazzling smile. Whoa, found a familiar face. And so came the day of the reunion, timed to coincide with the summer holidays. The biggest reason I stubbornly refused to attend for over 10 years, Kagami, was the very first person to talk to me. Oh, hi. You going out of your way to bother me really hasn't changed, Kagami. Huh? Talk about highly volatile. We both should have grown up a bit since high school, but this part of us is exactly the same as back then. Why are you even here now? You've been running away from me all this time. Wow, talk about self-absorbed. You really think you have that much influence over me? I came today because Muranishi asked me to. Turns out there are a lot of friends who wanted to see me. Sorry it wasn't for you, Kagami. You haven't changed at all. Every little thing you say pisses me off. Your personality is complete trash. Look who's talking. I don't have time for this. I need to go say hi to the friends who apparently wanted to see me. Thinking that, I tried to avoid Kagami and walk away, but then...
Toru!
The person to come running up to me was my high school ex-girlfriend, Sakuna Oitani. One after another. Muranishi was supposed to guard me so Sakuna wouldn't bother me, but it seems she slipped right past him. What? I have nothing to talk to you about.
Don't say that. I've wanted to see you for so long. I heard the rumors, you know. You're a CEO now, right, Toru? That's amazing.
CEO? That's right. After building my career as a salesman, I started my own business and incorporated it a year ago. The business is doing well, and the title of CEO is finally starting to feel natural to me.
I tried to contact you after graduation, but I just couldn't reach you. You didn't come to the coming of age ceremony either, right? So it really has been since graduation day.
Since graduation? You sure tried for a long time, huh? Even though you were dating Kagami.
Well, that's...
We broke up on graduation day, right, Sakuna?
Yeah? What do you mean break up? I broke up with Toru because you asked me out.
Sorry, we're going our separate ways, so let's just do our best on our own paths. That happened just a few hours after I said my final words to Sakuna. After the graduation ceremony, Sakuna had gone up to Kagami to ask to walk home together, only to get dumped right there. Her trying to contact me and cozying up to me now that she knows I'm a CEO were actions that completely made sense to me. Yeah, that's a shame, but I told you, didn't I, to enjoy your fleeting happiness? I knew you two would break up right away. In the first place, Kagami only asked you out to spite me because he hates me. On graduation day, you apologized to me as if you were completely sure I still had feelings for you. You really are an idiot. With how self-absorbed you are, maybe you and Kagami really were a perfect match.
What?
Are you really that bitter about losing to me? The fact remains that Sakuna chose me over you. True, then you should hurry up and remind her that you're so much better than me, the CEO. Because I don't plan on giving Sakuna the time of day anymore. You think that makes you the winner? In the first place, a CEO with a trash personality like yours is bound to fail. Keep your delusions to yourself. Sorry, but I don't have time to deal with you two anymore. I'm gonna go say hi to the friends who actually wanted to see me. Hey, wait. I'm not done talking to... Wow. Whoa, hey you. What the hell are you doing? So sorry. You just suddenly... Hearing the shout, I stopped and looked back, only to see a classmate who had bumped into Kagami and spilled his drink. Do you have any idea how much this shirt costs? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, right, the dry cleaning bill. Huh? You think that's enough to make up for this? You know, you've always been a gloomy, miserable loser. You haven't really changed. Even though our classmate was apologizing with tears in his eyes, Kagami wouldn't stop berating him, so I lightly pushed my fist against his chest to stop him. What the hell? If someone did this to you, you'd be yelling at him too. Take it off. Huh? Why are you panicking? I said take off the shirt. If you can't do it yourself, I can take it off for you. Don't be stupid, Kagami yelled, taking off the shirt himself and throwing it at me. I quickly removed the stain and tossed it back to him. You have nothing to complain about now, right? If you're still not satisfied, I can just buy you a nicer shirt. What? Toru. Don't worry, no matter how you look at it, Kagami was the one who bumped into you, and the stain is gone. It's fine. Thank you, really? He is the type to shrink back when people use harsh words with him. That's why I made sure to use the gentlest tone possible when talking to him. What's this, Kita? You've really softened up, haven't you? Weren't you supposed to be a guy with a nasty personality?
Nope, Toru's always been this kind of guy.
The ones who walked up were Muranishi and the classmates from our third year, who said they wanted to see me. Muranishi, you're late to the rescue. What happened to guarding me?
Sorry, Toru. It just didn't look like you needed my help. You're strong after all. But we couldn't just stand by and watch anymore. Kagami, you've always been overly hostile towards Toru, but watching you two, I figured it out. You just couldn't stand the fact that Toru, who has a sharp tongue and a nasty personality just like you, was adored by so many friends, right?
What? No, I didn't. Kagami was visibly shaken, making it obvious to everyone there that Muranishi had hit the nail on the head.
You played the nice guy and put on a front for the girls, but you were actually pretty disliked by the guys, weren't you? And yet Toru, who acts and talks just like you, is liked by both guys and girls, you know why? Toru understands emotional distance. He never crosses the line when the person in front of him doesn't want him to. Makes sense? When Toru speaks harshly to me, it actually makes me trust him more. But some people are sensitive and get hurt by harsh words. He's just really good at sensing the appropriate emotional distance for each person. That's why everyone loves Toru. The reason his sales were outstanding and why he's earned so much respect as a CEO is because he carefully maintains that emotional distance with the person in front of him. That's the skill Toru has. Plus, I know very well just how kind Toru actually is. The truth is, Toru celebrates my birthday every year. He hasn't forgotten it once.
Muranishi, that has nothing to do with this. Actually, the reason I excluded Muranishi and went shopping with Emiri a few years ago was to buy his birthday present. When Muranishi found out on his actual birthday, he clung to me for almost an hour, which was a real pain.
Now that I've spelled it out for you, you can surely see the difference between you two, right? He's completely different from you, who just talks trash and tears down anyone and everyone. You're naturally wicked, while Toru just has a good personality. Now then, if you mess with our precious CEO any further, I won't stay quiet, you hear?
That's right, Muranishi is my employee now. When I told him I was starting a business, he naturally offered to help me run it. This only happened because everyone kept telling me to come.
Sorry about that, Toru. Everyone is thrilled you're here, so please forgive me.
Well, I'm not mad. You, come with us too. Yeah. I called out to the classmate who had been shrinking away from Kagami, and walked away as if nothing had happened.
Toru, the reunion was so much fun. Let's go together again next time.
Well, I'll think about it. After that, I chatted with the friends who had been waiting for me, and had a really good time. Apparently there's an after party next, but...
Toru, wait!
I wasn't planning on attending the after party, and was about to head home, when Sakuna ran up to me, still not giving up.
Toru, could you at least give me your contact info? I really do love you.
No way.
What? Don't say that. You dated me because you liked me, right? So let's try again. Hey, just give it a rest, Sakuna. As a fellow woman, it's embarrassing to watch. Back then, you looked so happy dating Kagami, so we congratulated you. But your behavior today is just unacceptable as a human being. We all thought Kagami was hot, but we figured you'd realize he was just putting on an act too. Exactly. He really has a trash personality. But he has a nice face and acts nice to girls on the surface. So we figured you were just riding that wave of kindness. You all thought that?
The consensus among our female classmates was surprisingly unanimous. Almost all the girls except Sakuna knew Kagami's true nature.
Toru!
Emiri, why are you here?
Muranishi texted me the estimated end time. He told me to come pick you up.
While answering my question and clinging tightly to my arm, her sharp gaze remained fixed on Sakuna.
It's you, isn't it? The woman who's been sending personal messages for Toru to our company's official social media DMs.
Yes, Emiri is also a precious employee who quit her job to join me when I started my business. I leave the social media management to her, so I hadn't even been told about these DMs.
I'm sorry for keeping it from you, boss. When I saw the messages, they were clearly personal, and from someone who seemed to know you well, so...
Could it be that you didn't want me to reply to those messages?
Spot on.
It was perfectly natural for Emiri to not want me to respond to my ex-girlfriend, considering her position, because... Before you're my employee, you're my fiancé. What are you holding back for? That's right, she's my fiancé. I want to spend the rest of my life seeing her smile right next to me, making her laugh, so I proposed to her after a year of dating.
Fiancé? No way. You're right. Getting insecure wasn't really like me at all.
So that's how it is, Oitani. Letting go of this smile is simply not an option for me. People's hearts change easily. You know that firsthand, don't you? Emotional distance grows closer or further depending on how you interact. Even if you wish for things to go back to how they were, you can't do anything about it alone.
He is my fiancé. Please don't ever come near him again.
Emiri, who was always smiling, declared that clearly, leaving Sakuna behind to realize she had zero hope left. We walked away. Now then, as for what happened to Sakuna Oitani after that, she faced even more fierce backlash from our female classmates, and apparently disappeared without attending the after-party.
I was just acting true to my heart. Isn't everyone like that in the end?
Even if the world you see is important, her thoughtless heart was more than enough reason for people to abandon her. Actions that try to light up your own world by casting a shadow on someone else's will eventually drop a huge shadow on your own world. And as for Kyohei Kagami, who had been hostile toward me all this time, I thought he was just like me. He's the same as me. I should be above him, so why does he seem more blessed? That jealousy eventually turned into hostility and slightly warped the world he saw. When he realized that I, whom he saw as his own reflection, actually had a completely different nature, he finally tasted total defeat. Suddenly, he started seeing himself as ugly, and his work went downhill as he hit rock bottom, or so I heard from a friend later on. Another half year passed after that. Carefully navigating emotional distance so as not to warp the world of those important to me, while fighting fire with fire. And protecting my own heart with poison from people who don't fit into my world. The world I've seen has probably never looked as vivid as it does today. Because...
I can't take it. My stomach hurts.
Right in front of me is the cutest bride in the world, holding her stomach and laughing with all her heart.
The look on your face when you saw me in my wedding dress. I've never seen you make that face before. It's hilarious.
I couldn't help it. You were just so beautiful and cute. Her laughter didn't stop after that, and she walked down the aisle with her teary-eyed father, still giggling the whole way. The aisle is said to represent the path the bride has walked in her life. It became the perfect path for her, a girl who has lived her life laughing constantly.
Toru, you really pulled off such a classy move. Your personality is way too good, you bastard.
You caught it more desperately than anyone else, so what are you crying for, Muranishi? Your face is a mess. During the reception that followed, we not only did a bouquet toss, but also a broccoli toss. The broccoli toss is like a bouquet toss, but aimed at the male guests. Just like with the ladies, there's a jinx that whoever catches it will be the next to find happiness. I think I'll keep it a secret for my best friend, whose face is covered in tears, that the language of flowers for broccoli is actually small happiness. People come in all shapes and sizes. It's easy to say that, but realizing it is actually one of life's hardest challenges. Because no matter how hard we try, at the end of the day, we are the center of our own worlds. Laughing often, crying often, this precious person has become an irreplaceable existence in the world I see. Human hearts come in all shapes and sizes too. There are people with all kinds of sensibilities, and maybe that's exactly why the world is so interesting.
Hey there, Brittany here. So just so you are all aware and can appreciate, that snort happens in my normal laughter when I also laugh too much that my stomach hurts. So I hope you enjoyed the laughing episode. I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.